NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the LA Chargers.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Jackson.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Battle, and the Chargers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
2nd and 4. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Chargers are 12-2 now on the year, and they've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And let's give them a ton of credit, because in a league that's built on any given Sunday, any team can win, to run off this kind of a streak, this kind of a number, that's pretty darn impressive.
Back to throw now on first down.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. You look at this Raiders defense.
They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Flushed out right. It's caught. Mitchell. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers working on routes.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, LA. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Chargers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Hands it off out of the gun. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He may go. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there, with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Myles Garrett, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. On is the Chargers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. He'll take it at the 42. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Jackson now. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
this now a 3rd and 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Now it's Jackson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. These two teams all tied after 1. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
Let's go.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Christian Watson, 65 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown Raiders. A great play there. 70 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
60 Vikings, Cup 19, Cup 19.
2nd and 14. Open man, there's Darnell Washington. A big play there for LA. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Albert O, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Jackson. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. To throw is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart and not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Let's go now.
The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll look to throw here.
Finds his receiver, Watson.
A big play there for L.A. 42 yards.
It may look routine when you see the finished product, but what a nice job of concentration there. Catching the football on that route and then taking it a nice distance. A great example for an offensive throwing short and running long.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
79 Broncos. Go.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
19 right.
Back to throw again.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
and he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Mitchell trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts
Come on.
as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick here is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working really well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Drop 60. Drop 60. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mitchell. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Trayvon Walker coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
That's to Mitchell out of the backfield.
2 yards on the pickup there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. First and 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Rolling to his right, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Second and 9 now. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second and short.
Change it. Hey, come on.
And they'll send Williams in motion right.
Change it.
Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this to the 32.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now it's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now Jackson on second down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter play.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Hey, report.
Now Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
18 Rattler.
They'll set up a throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Anthony Schwartz, the intended target.
And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
7 Pirates.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And they'll get him down here at the 23. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Again, Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
From the 21, here's the 2nd and 9.
Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
They'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very...
And this time he is in. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got nothing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
2nd and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
19 tight.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow give the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson.
And this one is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Jackson to throw.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Jackson.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Christian Gonzalez.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So now the Chargers are going to bring the offense back out to go for 2 here. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Jackson will throw again. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Cat! Hurry, hurry!
And they'll indeed take a knee.
On the set.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. An under